Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me today. But before we get started, let's check this out. Hit that like button, hit that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. I hope all y'all have a fantastic day on this day, man. I truly, truly do, man. And thank y'all for joining me, and thank y'all for y'all participation in helping this channel grow. I truly, truly appreciate it. But today, man, it's just gonna be a little bit of this and a little bit of that, so a whole lot of nothing. But Cam Jurgens, talk about Cam Jurgens, his situation. The Myles Garrett reunion is back as far as the Eagles and some of the possibilities that's still out there for edge rushers for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. So let's go. Let's get it on. Let's just spin the block, man. Let's spin this block. So first I want to start off about with, as one of my guys, Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens on talk show the other day explaining his situation with his back. Now, you know he went overseas to get some stem cell work for his problem, but to hear what he had to say really blew my mind about how he played through the injury that he played through. Let's check this out.
Super Bowl we won. I mean, I herniated. I had a herniated disc, and then right before the playoffs, my disc like broke off and got wrapped around my sciatic nerve, so it's just like suffocating my leg. It was hard to walk. I don't know how I was playing. Like it was easily the worst month of my life, but then also like kind of the best month of my life because we won the Super Bowl. But it was just miserable, dude. Just the pain and then getting surgery and like trying to get back for the next year. And you know, it's always tough having a surgery in the off season, but when you have back surgery, it is tough. Like it takes a good year to come back from that, and like I'm starting to feel really good. But dude, just all year, just trying to get through that. Just a tough year with the back, but it's feeling so much better. At Super Bowl.
So there you have it, man. Cam Jurgens, man. Yeah, that was extraordinary to me to hear that his disc is cracked and wrapped around his sciatic nerve, and he played through that. I mean, you got to give a guy a lot of credit for that. I know that from what I heard, as far as the research I've done on it, that's a very, very difficult and painful situation. So kudos to Cam Newton, man, for his willingness to get out there and play, man. And more power to them, man. That's all I can say, man, because I know I had a little knee injury my past, and it was very painful, but the sciatic nerve is a totally different thing. So yeah, I'm glad to see him back. Hope he comes back healthy along with the rest of the guys on the offensive line, and I think we would be ready to go. Next up I want to talk about, man, is the trade rumors again about our guy Myles Davis. Now, y'all know Myles Davis, you know, the situation with him, with the team. They were saying that he was out for the trade last season. The Eagles didn't. The Eagles gave a little shot at it, but it didn't work out. He wound up re-signing back with the Browns for a humongous amount of money. So now it says here that the Browns and Myles Davis have agreed to move the $29 million roster bonus over to him today. So they set back the date because of, you know, trying to get this contract done. So they stand to say that Myles Garrett now is a possible trade prospect for the Browns. Now, with that being said, if that's the case, you know what I mean, for them to clear this money so everybody around the league now understand that the Browns want to trade Myles Garrett, and the Eagles are in position, along with the Dallas Cowboys, are the guys to be looking forward. Now, this is another thing that I looked at, and this was the money that the new acquiring teams now would have to pay if they got Myles Garrett since the restructuring of his contract this past week. For this upcoming season, 9 million, 2027, 17, 28, 21 mil, 29, 57, 30, 57, and then 31, 16. That's with the dead cap. So I think that salary cap does. That salary does sing some type of deal or something that the Browns are trying to do. Create more cap space to get more players, or restructuring his contract to trade him to make it easier for the trade for Myles Garrett. So I'm just saying now with this up here, like you see, the Eagles could definitely do this deal, I believe, with no problem with Myles Garrett if it was the 9 million for this year and the 2027, 17. I think they at least carry him over to the 2028 season if they really wanted to make this deal. And I think it's a good thing that they should try to do it. I think the Eagles should try to make this move if Howie sees it fit that we can get Myles Garrett in here without disturbing, what we trying to do moving forward. Because what we got. What we up against: the Carters, the Smiths, the Cooper, the Gene, and those guys' contracts are coming up here in the near future. Quinyon Mitchell. So then you got to see, understand that Myles Garrett is 30 years old, but Myles Garrett never was under 14 sacks in a season. So he's a freak of nature, man. He's definitely a freak of nature. He's somebody that I would definitely welcome here to Philadelphia with no problem. I think Vic Fangio will have a great scheme for these guys, him, Carter, and Davis. Along with the linebacker crew, we got the young guys that's coming on, Campbell, Hunt and Smith. I think this is going to be nice, man. I think that would be a very good pickup if Howie can make this thing work, man. I believe that would be something that, we could do. But if not, right, now, if that doesn't work out for us, I think there's still other possibilities that the Eagles could go out and make some noise. And then the Browns want to bring that ruling back. So that's another thing. With that rule that the Browns want to implement for the 5 years back, I think that will make it even more interesting for the Philadelphia Eagles. I would like to see them come aboard. I truly do. But if not that the case, we still got Trayvon Walker. Trayvon Walker is somebody that the Philadelphia Eagles was interested in for a few, last year or the year before. But they was interested in this guy. And he's somebody that we can, I believe, afford. I believe the Eagles could afford Trayvon Walker. I believe the Eagles could use somebody like Trayvon Walker. I don't see no reason, nothing that could stop us if they really wanted to. I think it's a trade deal got to go down with him, but he's a high motor guy. He's proven in the league. So, I think that is somebody else that the Philadelphia Eagles could go after. And the other one that they can go after is still on the board, Greenyard. He's another one that Minnesota has on their team at this present time, but he's asking a great big demand. So I don't know if what he's demanding is going to coincide with what the Eagles might want to do. But this is another guy that I believe the Eagles are still interested in and are possibly still targeting. But yeah, man, that's it for me on this segment. I truly appreciate y'all guys stopping in. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you can get this content once it is published. And please like. It helps the channel out, get the algorithm out, and helps me get my channel noticed. So I appreciate y'all guys. And in the meantime, the Queen time, y'all know what I say. Yep, be good, be safe, God bless. Keep the main thing, y'all. And have an attitude of gratitude at all times. Peace. Born strong. I'm out of here. Have a good day. Peace.